Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. It's Wednesday, solo, me and you, just us, baby. It's Wednesday, April 22nd. We got a great show lined up for you guys today. Busy week. Tomorrow, Toxic Thursday. Carol Brandolino will be joining us on Friday. Chicago entertainer from the band and sessions and a whole lot more. Kim Peterson LaFew will be my co-host on Friday. So make sure you guys tune in. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and our veterans who fought for our country. But mostly it's dedicated to people like you. Casual Wednesday here, baby. It's showtime. Let's try this with Seventh Heaven, baby. Let's go to work. Woo! Good afternoon, everybody. Well, a little refreshed. Didn't sleep that great last night, but still got some sleep. Got a haircut this morning, so we're all ready. And get the hat on. Going to have a little lunch with my buddy Donnie Morrison a little later, and then we're going to try to do some fishing. So thank you guys for joining us today. Let's get right to business with our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Is your patio ready for the barbecue season? Your local JRC Ace Hardware stores have a legendary brands you'll love at the prices you crave. Starting April 1st to the end of the month, save $100 on the Weber Genesis E315 gas grill. Or if you're looking for that wood fire flavor, grab the Tangier Pro 22 for just $549.99. That's $100 savings, baby. Always saving with Ace Hardware. And the JRC Ace stores, Ace Reward members get free assembly and delivery on grills, $399 and up. Come and get the ultimate backyard setup at the JRC Ace Hardware stores. The helpful place near you, go to acehardware.com. And don't forget to tell them you want to grill your ace off with our good friends from Ace Hardware. And if you want to keep the love and stuff going, we're talking about the 4th annual Chicago Music Cruise. It's going to happen, folks, January 10th through January 17th. If you join us on the last 3, you know how much fun it is. If you haven't and you want to be a newbie, a virgin, and join this cruise, January 10th to January 17th, we're going back to the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Back by popular demand, baby, and a brand new ship called the Star of the Seas. It's going to be Tony Ocean in the main event band, Daryl Armenstad, Jerry Jams Renda, Carlo Bappi on saxophone, Tony Toto, and yours truly. And with our buddies, the best band in the city of Chicago, Seventh Heaven. ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Put in Tony Ocean. Or for all your cruise questions and needs, reach out to my good friend Mary at NTD Vacations, 630-688-1725. Join us, baby. Hello, hello, hello. I'm having fun. There's Mary's info. And Mary, I will call you right after the show because I know you called me yesterday. Groups, cabins, group rates are still available. There's all the information you need. And Mary from NTD Vacation will help you all along the way, step by step. 630-688-1725. There's Ken Radar. What's up, buddy? Albert, what's up, my man? Ryan Lewis is in the house. It's going to be Jill. How are you doing? It's going to be one of those days. Okay, today, I like to fish. And for the last 2 months, bluegills, a couple of rock basses, the small. But yesterday, We hit the big one, baby. Over 2 pounds. The big largemouth bass. Woo! It was a great fishing day and hope to do it again today. Hope to catch something again today. So, good stuff, good stuff. In the music world, we lost a legend from the band Traffic and More, David Mason. Great singer, songwriter, musician has passed away. Dave Mason has passed away, ladies and gentlemen. And also we, for as long as I've been with Laura, Mama D was always making her flavored breads. And now we're on Instagram where everybody can order it. That's right. And it's been remarketed. New name, it's D's Little Loaves. So go to Instagram, like the page, and order your breads for any special occasion. That's right. D's Little Loaves on Instagram. Like it, baby. Support local establishments. Today is Happy Earth Day. So any day that we're alive and we're happy is a good thing. So happy Earth Day today, everybody. Another restaurant bites the dust after 14 years in the business. Pal Joey's in Batavia is closing its doors. I might have been there once, not to get confused with the other Pal Joey's that we used to play at all the time on River Road in Schiller Park. Woo, with the Comfort Inn Suites. That was a place, baby. We had some crazy nights at Pal Joey's. That was the one in Schiller Park. But this is a completely different one. It was been in business for 14 years, closing its doors. Pal Joey's in Batavia. Our prayers go out to former Mayor Richard Daley. He's surviving another stroke after 3 strokes. Our prayers go out to one of the best mayors we had, Richard Daley. And Ford recalling more stuff recalls. According to WGM, Ford recalls 1.4 million trucks. The F-150 pickup trucks are being recalled because of the gear shift issues. So if you've got a Ford F-150 pickup truck, call your dealer. Recalled. 1.4 million trucks being recalled. Here's a sad thing. We always talk about drinking. Post time, we feel sorry for people they don't drink. That's how they're going to feel for the rest of the day. No good stories ever started with a salad. Toast with booze, beer, drink, wine, whiskey. But lately, have we mentioned on the show, and a lot of establishments have mentioned, that the drinkings are going down. The new generation are not drinking as much as they used to. Sales has been down this low for not since the last 100 years. What are the new guys doing? The new kids doing? Or what are other people doing? Either they're not drinking or they're smoking pot, cannabis. Is there a difference? If you smoke a lot of pot and you drive, you can still get a DUI. New study shows that cannabis has surpassed the daily alcohol consumption in the United States of America. Pot smoking, gummies, vapes. Not a favor. I don't partake in any of that stuff. I still like my cocktails. Even when I was a kid, teenager, I tried pot once. Can't inhale shit. I cough like crazy. Never liked it. Tried a couple gummies every now and then years ago. Not a favor. I'll stick to my alcohol. But, of course, with the pricing of alcohol, makes you wonder, are people quitting, the younger generation, or people in general quit because it's bad for you? Obviously, too much. But too much of Diet Cokes or Pops or pizza or anything is bad for you. Everything in moderation, my father always said. A lot of people don't drink anymore because maybe they had some bad experiences, maybe their parents or relatives. But I think one of the main reasons why people aren't drinking so much, also, cash, money. $14 to $19 for a cocktail these days. at the most fine dining establishments, sometimes even more money. 24, 25 martinis could be up to $30. So I don't know what the real reason why people aren't drinking as much as they used to. They say it's the trying to be safe, and maybe it is. But now, ladies and gentlemen, with Uber, what a great invention. Too bad we didn't have that back when I was a kid, Uber. We had cabs, but it wasn't the same thing. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We will see. A lot of times on my show, I ask how many people are still drinking. People still like to drink. Yeah, Yankees win, brother, again. First place. Boyd, start promoting Ripple Boons Farms 2020. Get them back on the right stuff. Mad Dog 2020, Boyd. Whoo. Mogan David. Don't drink while you drive. Nuts, take a... Yeah, well, that's, of course. Daryl Armistad, the professor. What's up, brother? I can't smoke pot. Makes me paranoid. Same in the 70s. I can't. I'm not a pot smoker. Don't care for it. I don't care to vape. I'll stick to my Jack Daniels, vodka, booze. That's just me. Another person, and I didn't even know what these, there was a brand of gym shoes called Heelys, Heelys. It was a big shoe for the kids, gym shoes and different shoes. The owner died at the age of 71 years old. Roger Adams has passed away, the owner of, co-founder of Heelys gym shoes. All right, we got a busy week coming up tomorrow, Thursday night. Going back to Oak Brook, Illinois, Positano's, Jumpin' Jerry Jams, and Lisa P. That's a 7 o'clock hit tomorrow, Friday. Me and the professor, I think, I don't know if it's a professor. It could be Tony. I don't know. Somebody's with me on Friday at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. That's an 8 o'clock hit. We're going back to a place we haven't played in over 15 years, Docks in Wakanda, Saturday night. I don't know if we'll be outside. Looks like it's going to be 65, so we'll probably be inside. It's an 8 o'clock hit. Double T, Tony Toto doing his stuff on drums and sound. And, of course, Mikey D on keyboards. That's Docks this Saturday night. And then Sunday, the 23rd, Oceans Rap Pack, Elliot Wimbush, Sammy Davis, Bill Saratella, Frank Sinatra, yours truly, Dean Martin, and Jumpin' Jerry Jams will be at Heroes West in Lamont. Tomorrow I'll be giving away 2 tickets to Heroes West if you answer the right trivia question tomorrow night on Toxic Thursday. Tomorrow day on the pit with Carol will be giving away 2 tickets. So busy. Used to use drugs in the 70s. I don't care what the temperature is. Yeah, I didn't do drugs in the 70s because I'm going to be 64 years old. So 80s started with me when I was doing the good stuff, having some fun. But, I think everybody at one time might have partaked. Cubbies win Tide. There you go. That's all right. They'll flop it up. The Cubs will always lose like they always do because look out for Milwaukee, baby. Look out for Milwaukee. Donnie, I'll see you in about a half hour or so. For lunch. There's my good friend Gina. Gina, how are you doing, my friend? All right. So what are we going to talk about? Let's see what headlines say. Woman, the age of 22 years old, worried she was a pedophile. Then she was diagnosed with a rare form of OCD. Her quote, according to People magazine, she goes, I thought I was a monster. For 7 years, a woman believed she was a pedophile until her rare diagnosis explained her intrusive thoughts. Molly Lambert, at the age of 22 years old, from Manchester, England, home of Peter Noon, of Herman Sermons, and many others, grew up struggling with anxiety and panic attacks. She recalled having constant thoughts about death and being kidnapped. By the age of 15, things started escalated, and she would have constant sexual and violent thoughts about children. Wow. You know what? That's That OCD, man, it's bad stuff. Get to a doctor. A lot of people have this depression. A lot of people have this kind of stuff. And then the problem is when some people stop taking the medication, or if you're taking a medication and you're mixing or whatever else you're doing, got to be careful when you're on that stuff, man. And I just can imagine. I'm not going to mention a friend of mine. His daughter was about to get married. She got married, got a baby, 4 months pregnant, and her husband, a year old, his brains out right in front of her. Devastating family, devastating to that poor lady. And so my prayers go out to my friend, if you're listening. But after he was telling me that the guy was off his meds, it's a scary thing. A lot of pain. Why, stranger? I've not seen you in a long time. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Ocean's Pit here on Wednesday, the 22nd of April. All right. Well, like I said, couples in China have started doing food deliveries together instead of traditional dates. Hi, honey. You want to go deliver some food together? That's right. Research show that shared activities can strengthen relationships more than traditional dates. Working together builds teamwork and understanding. It creates real-life memories instead of the planned moments. Couples feel more connected through shared efforts. Simple experiences often bring stronger emotional bonding. Sure. But go working for Uber Eats together? Go instead of going on a date? I don't know. They deliver food together. Makes them happy. They're in China. Maybe not a bad idea. Do something together. Some of these stories I'm going to save for Carol tomorrow because I always like getting a woman's perspective on some of these stories. People 75 and older now need to take another driver's license test in the United States. Congress has passed a bill requiring those over 75 years of age in the U.S. to take another driver's test. The goal of the bill is to ensure the safety of other drivers on the road and the risk that elderly people pose. Some are outraged by the new law, while others completely agree. 75, if you got some eye problems and maybe some up here, just growing old, we're all going to get there, folks. I'll be 64 in December. I can't see or hear. So if 75, they make you do it again, I don't know. Patrice, how are you doing? Former Chicago Honey Bear. Hope you're doing well. Isabella Drake, one of the teachers in the Chicagoland area. Hi, Isabella. So I don't know. Question is 75. Should you have to take another driver's license? Why not? Another test? You know, as long as you're driving, you need to take these tests, folks, because it's hard to drive when you're not 75, the way your head is and everything going on in this crazy world. So might be a pain in the ass, and I'll probably be bitching about it, God willing, if I'm still there at 75, but why not? David, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. California man gets 6 years of prison after breaking in. We're going to hold off on that one. We're going to hold off on that story. Whatever makes you weird is probably your greatest asset. It's good to be weird. It's good to be different. These days, I don't know. What's normal these days? I don't even know what's normal. I'm definitely not normal. Definitely, I'm out there. And you can ask anybody. Loud, obnoxious, opinionated. But I'm also a nice guy, too. To most people. But I don't know. What's the norm now? I don't know. But the weird thing inside you, everybody's got a weird thing. But whatever makes you weird is probably your greatest asset. I think so too. Remember when you were a kid? Oh, the loud mouth or the loud guy. Always remember something: the loud guy or the loud woman You never have to worry about them. You see them coming. They're there. They're up front, in your face. You don't have to worry about them. Not at all. You have to worry about the quiet ones. The ones that don't say nothing, hold everything in, and then they freak out and start shooting people. So I don't know if it's the loud thing is cool, the quiet thing is cool. I'm sure look, there's certain places, of course, you have to be more quiet, more laid back. Certain situations happen. Do you fly off the handle? Sometimes I fly off the handle. But a lot of times after a couple FUs, you feel okay. Then you have to ask yourself, what are you upset about? What are you bitching about? You didn't get robbed. Sometimes makes you wonder what irritates people to the point where you freak out. But I think the weird people are the coolest because there's always something that makes them all unique. I mean, we're all unique individuals. Very, very cool. So keep being weird. Not that kind of crazy weird, but, just being weird. It's a good thing. Well, former President Barack Obama is back in the news again. WGN-TV, the Obama Presidential Center, on Monday releases new details about ticket sales ahead of its planned opening summer. Obama's Presidential Center reveals ticket sales. Okay. For summer grand opening. I have no interest in going to this building, but a lot of people will. People coming to Chicago. It's going to be one of those tourist attractions to go see the Obama Presidential Center. Good for Illinois. Good for business because it's in Chicago. Spirit Airlines, according to WGN, travelers will soon face restrictions on how many portable chargers they can carry on a flight as airlines continue to try to reduce the risk of another lithium battery fire aboard their jets. How many chargers do you need? One thing when I fly, Mary, how are you doing, hon? When I fly, I always have my phone charged before I get on the plane. So I don't have to charge it on the plane. I don't use anything charger. I don't bring my computer on the plane. I'll bring a Kindle on the plane, so I have to make sure that's charged. But most of the time when I'm on a plane, the minute I'm on that seat, I'm out cold. You get on the plane, you wait for your little cocktail. Well, usually the cocktail takes a while to get there, unless you're in first class. But so me, I'm usually sleeping fast. Are that one weirdo in the corner with the cash staring at you? Oh, that one in the corner. Boy, see, Trump, I tell you something, Boyd, you're good. You examine everything around you. That's what I like about my buddy Boyd. Tells it like it is. That's why I love the guy. And that's what people should be. I love people who tell it like it is, how they're feeling. Like I used to end the show. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. And I just used to leave it at that. And then Boyd made it something. Well, it doesn't mean just because we're offended doesn't mean we're right either. So I add that now to our ending because it's true. You might be offended. You're right. If you're offended with this show or anything else, doesn't mean you're right, but doesn't mean we're right either. So, but one good thing that we can still have and still do, we can still share our opinions. We're not crucified like in other countries. God forbid you say the wrong thing in different countries, shot, hung, whatever they do. I mean, in 2020, the way the world was, people tried to tell us to stop doing this, stop doing that, don't drink this, change the name of chocolate milk and pancake mix and pancake and Miss Benz and Washington Redskins. And it was crazy. Chipotle. I've been reading about this, and I have to double check if this stuff is true. The one that we said about Starbucks is not true. Starbucks said if you pay $65 a month, ultimate unlimited drinks. My sister Nat works for Starbucks. They've never heard of that unless it's coming. Chipotle's saying right now for $59 a month, unlimited meal subscriptions. And then I just seen something this morning about McDonald's doing the same thing. Now, I don't know how it works. If Starbucks was to do it, I think Starbucks, what is it, $10 to $12, $15 for a cup of coffee? Depends what kind of coffee you order. So I think if they did that, they'd probably end up losing money. But Chipotle, if they decide to do that, you pay $59 a month. Now, if this is true, allegedly, if this is true, to pay that much a month, that means it looks like that's probably one of the only places you're going to eat. Thank you, Dennis. Actually, my head is supposed to be this way, but you see it's crooked. So I look like Larry, what's his name, from F Troop. So what I did was I turned backwards. So at least I got a little Ed Norton look. Hey there, Ralph. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Even my favorite restaurant, Chipotle, $59 a month, has announced the release of their monthly prescription, which provides subscribers unlimited meals. $50 for a liberal? That's what you said, Dennis? Dennis, how you doing, buddy? All right. So I don't know if that's true or not. Allegedly, we'll have to see. ABC News, according to ABC News, the woman reportedly known as the ketamine queen was sentenced to 15 years in prison for providing the drug that killed actor Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry, of course, well known for his TV show Friends. And this particular woman was the one who gave him the drugs. I think one of them, who was the girl that killed Belushi too? I don't know if it was, I think it was a different girl. There you go. Larry Storch. Thank you, David. I just forgot his character's name on F Troop. It was a great show, by the way. Forrest Tucker, very good. But so good 15 years in prison. She's the one that killed that actor. Well, you know what? You can't blame it all on the actor. The actor was obviously taking some shit. Sometimes you take the shit. Every time back in the day when I used to party, you had a couple good reliable sources and hopefully the resources was good, but you never know. When you start fucking around with stuff like that, you never know. Unfortunately, Matthew Perry is dead and a lot of other people are dead too because of the people that supply them with these drugs. But it's not all the drug dealers' fault. In one way, if you think about it, you don't have to go to that dealer. The individual that's doing it's got to take a lot of blame too. Some survived, some got sick, and some unfortunately passed away and died from it. It's almost wishing that you can just make drugs legal like they do for pot. You can go in, they give you the right little amount. You know where you're buying it from. You know the source. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe you wouldn't have all these cartels and this killings and kids. I don't know. Who knows? I never thought pot would be legal. I never thought we'd be able to go to a store or go to these places and buy pot. I've never done it. But I never knew that was going to happen. Look, we go to grocery stores and buy this. We go to liquor stores and buy this. We go to Walmart to buy this. What's new? Everything the same is still under investigation, probably. There you go. Thank you, Boyd. Look at Elvis's people. And the problem is when you get some of these people, that are getting their drug, and even the people that are around them that try to change them or try to help them. Hey, man, let's help you. Let's stop doing this. And when you're into that drug or booze or whatever it is, or gambling, you're into it so much you stop talking to the people that are trying to help you, and you avoid them. They're not your friends anymore. Then when you got the people that are around you that are the yes people, especially when you're popular, or especially when you're got money. Dennis, there's a great marijuana dispensary in Richmond. I'm sure there's a lot of them dispensaries everywhere. Not interested. That's just me. CBS News, excuse me. A school bus driver was arrested in Central Florida after a school bus carrying 29 children was clipped by a passing train. Officials say the driver ignored a train warning signal. And the Sumter County Superintendent Logan Brown said that a serious collision was a matter of 6 inches away. According to Sumter County Sheriff Officer arrest report, 67-year-old bus driver was arrested for reckless driving. What are you, an idiot? This is a bus. If it's a regular bus, a school bus, you have people, you have children on these vehicles. You're going to a train, you're going to try to go over the tracks because you see the train is still far away with kids in your car. Sometimes we do it. You see the train, the thing is down, you're waiting a long time, the train is far, you go, hell with it, you go through the tracks. I've done it. Maybe we've all done it at one time or another. School bus driver, Florida school bus driver. Inches away, that bus could have been destroyed. Worst of all, those kids could have lost their lives. Double T, Violet, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Now I'm going to save this story for tomorrow because I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. CBS News again, breaking, at least one person has been killed and 2 others are missing after a parking garage for a children's hospital collapses. Jesus Christ. This is in Philadelphia. Hospital. The floor collapsed. This is a hospital, a children's hospital, a hospital in general, or regular building where people work. Kids are sick in this hospital. These people are not paying attention. They're not upkeeping. They're not doing what the safety stuff that people are doing. Albert, Hannah wasn't such an idiot. Breaking on the Black Panthers. Pot might have been legalized in the 70s. Was an advocate to legalize pot. He just lost the bid. Well, Dennis, prayers out to your sister, and I hope her surgery on the marrow transplant goes well, brother. Our prayers out to our friend Dennis's sister. And I wish the best there. Stories. WGN News. Samsung is saying goodbye to its namesake texting app. According to the end of service announcement published that the tech giant's U.S. support website, Samsung Messages, will be discontinued in July. End of services. With your Samsung phone, discontinuing its texting app, telling impacted users to switch to Google Messages. Wow. I don't have a Samsung. They're getting rid of the regular text. So you got to go to Google Messages and text. What's that reasoning? I have no idea. some of these things you just got to shake your head. Speaking of Friends with Matthew Perry, let's talk about Fox News. No laughing matter. Friends former star Lisa Kudrow says modern sitcoms have become too afraid to push the boundaries, arguing that comedy lost its edge by avoiding jokes that might make the audience uncomfortable, offended, hurt feelings, pissed off. How dare they say that on a sitcom? Comedy. Comedy movies suck these days. You can't say this. You can't say that. Here's the funniest thing about all this, folks. She's talking about newer sitcoms, newer movies. All right? Fine. But if you go back on reruns, you can see every TV show from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You might as well get rid of Sanford and Son. You might as well get rid of the Jeffersons. You might as well get rid of All in the Family. You might as well get rid of Soap. You might as well get rid of what? How about The Simpsons? How about South Park? Just because it's a cartoon? Karen, happy Wednesday to you. Thomas, Deedon, hello to you, my friend. TV shows, movies, soft, woke, bullshit. Now, if it's a timepiece movie, what are you going to change it? It's funny because when we watch movies and we watch TV shows, a lot of times we watch television to forget maybe shit that's going on in your life. And if you watch a good television show, if it's about a family or about a whatever, whether it's a cop show or fire, you have to show the everyday things that are happening. You don't think nobody says anything offensive anymore in real life? It's destroyed television and movies. I don't know. Let's talk about something good, too. How about Armando Supermarkets, folks? There's a company buy local, shop local. My buddy Danny Mazzi, Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street, if you're in the Elgin area. Not only great produce, mates, groceries, prepared food, and rotisserie chicken, and more from our friends from Armando Supermarkets. And for all, if you guys get in an accident, how about Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair? For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't see good TV shows anymore. You're just taking away real life reality and some of this stuff, you know? Here's something interesting. Earth's 8.3 billion population surpasses the planet's carrying capacity. Study says it's made for only 2.5 billion people. Right now, we're at 8.3 billion people. A new study led by Fillers University professor Corey Bradshaw finds Earth's population is at about 8.3 billion. Carrying capacity refers to the number of people on Earth. So it makes you wonder. We're supposed to have 2.5 billion. We have 8.3 billion. Isn't that why they came up with COVID-19? To get rid of some of the people in the world? Allegedly. Are we going to have another one to kill out more people? Allegedly. Here's something for you guys. Stop shrinking your dreams to match your fears. Live boldly. I love this one. How many people don't have that dream and don't try to embrace it? Years down the road, you're going to say, man, I could have done that. Or why didn't I take that shot then? Or why didn't I do that? Live boldly, man. Grab it. Take it. Screw everything else. Screw everything else. Worst thing in life is wasted talent and giving up on your dreams. It could be big dreams, small dreams, a whole bunch of little dreams, whatever it is. Sad. Well, thank you, Boyd. I'm trying. I got to try to reinvent myself some way as we get to a certain older age. Who knows what's next? I don't know. According to trending policies, New York City in the news again. Governor Mamdani signs order banning New York from celebrating America's 250th anniversary in Times Square. What is wrong with New York City? What is wrong with this governor? Why can't we celebrate 250 years? And it's a celebration. We should be embracing that celebration. Not New York. Not in Times Square. Is California next? Is Chi-Town next? With those Democratic governors? What? I don't get it. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. Why can't we celebrate 250-year anniversary of this great country? Yolanda, what's up, honey? Well, I know the words to some songs. I have a teleprompter now, Boyd. I'm taking my shot. A lot of people don't. Put yourself on this show or any show when it's live or when you open your mouth about anything. You're taking a shot. You're taking a risk. Because people are going to be pissed off. Some people be happy. Some people be pissed off. And just because what you say sometimes or about a certain topic and how you feel about it, people will judge you just on that alone. That's why they hate Trump syndrome. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's why they might hate Joe Biden too, or anybody else. Doesn't have to be presidential. It could be anybody. Well, hear what that guy said or what that girl said. They will take that one thing and judge your whole character. "250 years, our country. We should be able to celebrate it." Trying to go to different countries? What about Italy right now? Italy travelers will require fingerprints and face scans on all U.S. tourists. Traveling to Italy will be soon including a new entry system for non-EU visitors. Instead of passport stamp, travelers will have fingerprints and facial scans taken at the border. The system has already been introduced across the parts of Europe and will continue rolling out through 2026. Officials say it will improve security, track entry, exit more. I agree. Now, what's wrong with giving your fingerprints when you go to a different country? Who gives a shit? Do my face scan. Why not? They should do that everywhere. It will definitely stop a lot of crap that people that maybe shouldn't be flying or not in this country or whatever it is. Headlines, New York Post, today's cover. Ex-New York Police Department sergeant hailed off to jail after he learns fate for a fatal New York City cooler throw. One of the darkest days in their profession. This is the New York Post. We just finished talking about New York Post. And the headline was he's jailed for doing his job. So I went back and tried to find out a little bit more. According to Peter King, Absolutely disgraceful that NYPD Sergeant Eric Duran has been sentenced to 3 to 9 years in prison for making a good faith decision to stop a fleeing drug dealer and protect other New York Police Department officers. Sergeant Duran was leading an undercover operation in the Bronx. A drug dealer was speeding away on a motorbike in the direction of two officers making another arrest. To stop the drug dealer, Sergeant Duran threw a cooler at the dealer, knocking him off the bike, causing fatal head injuries to the passenger, to the guy on the bike, the drug dealer that was fleeing the accident. Sergeant Duran, who had extremely a good record, was found guilty of manslaughter. His conviction and sentence are terrible abuse of justice, indefensible verdict, and the sentence. Doing his job, trying to stop this, going to prison. That's New York. If it happens in New York, it'll happen in California, it'll happen in Illinois. Even when the guys try to do the right thing. The bike is coming at him. What is he going to do? Shoot him? He didn't shoot him, did he? So he threw a cooler at him. The guy falls off the bike. What about the millions and millions of people that might have died or got sick from all the drugs that guy was giving people or supplying people? No, that don't count, does it? That don't count. I don't know, man. You got to shake your head sometimes. Just makes you wonder of all crazy stuff that's going on in this crazy world. And it just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. I don't know. Really makes you wonder. Let's talk about something happening in the city of Chicago. The Hand and Eye, Chicago's new $50 million Magic Theater, opens this weekend in Streeterville. What can visitors expect of this? Shelling up $225 or more for tickets. Would you go to the Inside Magnificent Mile upscale Magic Theater? The Hand and the Eye. I don't know. I might check it out. But I mean, I drive into the city. You won't catch me in the city unless I'm working. I don't know. Sports. Chicago Bears, former Chicago Bear wide receiver Alshon Jeffries has been reportedly arrested. No kidding. According when I posted this and I shared this to my friends who are Bears fans, they all said figures. He was a disaster from the beginning. He was a wildfire from the beginning. Well, it's one lovely thing, folks. That's right. You know what? You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's time for the JRC Ace Hardware weather report for today, Wednesday, 22nd. And it's to you by JRC Ace Hardware. The weather for today, folks, they're looking at 72 wonderful degrees out there. It's 60% humidity, 3-mile-an-hour winds. No rain to forecast today, tomorrow. It's going to get a little cooler on Saturday, getting down to 65, but the warmer weather is here. And it's brought to you by our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Jack Vayner Landscaping for all your landscaping needs. Call my buddy Tommy at 847-432-5266. They've been servicing the North Shore for over 50 years. Jack Vayner Landscaping. Doing a great job at what they do. Tomorrow, Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino. And Friday, a great singer in the Chicagoland area, the great Kim Peterson LaFew will be my co-host. She's in a band called In Session. She goes out there and works with Bonnie Bridges. She works with Bill Saratella. Great girl, great lady. We're going to have a little perspective from Kimmy this Friday. So make sure you check in on the show. All right. Well, I'm saving some stories, like I said, tomorrow. We have Carol on. So I got a couple interesting stories, too. Now, I don't know if I heard this right. This is according to WVUE Fox Channel 8. Spirit Airlines is on the verge of liquidating due to rising fuel prices, according to multiple reports. Could Spirit be gone? I haven't flew Spirit in a very, very long time, so I don't know. Our prayers go out to actress Christina Applegate, is reportedly in the hospital, has been for weeks. Her ongoing battle with multiple sclerosis. Oh my God, I can't imagine what that must be like. Our prayers, our prayers. We just talked about Pal Joey's, a nightclub restaurant closing in Batavia after 14 years. How about this place? According to ABC Channel 7, the oldest business, not only in Naperville, but in DuPage County, is set to close its doors. Beetleman Furniture, oldest business in DuPage County, is closing its doors after 165 years in business. I never heard of the place, never been there, so I couldn't tell you. Closing its doors. Too much competition. Alec Baldwin in the news again, according to Newsmax. Civil trial this time. A judge has ruled that the actor Alec Baldwin will face a civil trial in October over the fatal 221 shooting on the set of the film Rust, keeping the high-profile case in the spotlight despite the early dismissal of the criminal charges. Now he's going for civil. What will happen to Alec Baldwin? Civil. Probably won't do any jail time. Probably have to pay a fine. I don't know. Interesting. These are the presidential salaries that the top last 10 presidents were making before they became president of the United States and what they made after they were presidents of the United States. Let's start off with Richard M. Nixon. I am not a crook. Before he was president, he was worth $2 million. After he became president, $15 million. Number 9, Gerald R. Ford, the tripping president. Before he became president, $1.5 million. After he became president, $7 million. My name is Jimmy Carter, the Peanut Man. Jimmy Carter from Georgia, president. Number 8 was worth $2 million. Went to $10 million after he was president of the United States. Well, President Ronald Reagan, one of the best, is coming in at number 7. He was worth $10 million. Obviously, he was a movie star for many years. After that, $15 million. Number 6, George H.W. Bush. Before he was president, he was worth $4 million. Afterwards, $25 million. That's a kick up. Mr. Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton. Before he was president, he was worth $1.3 million. After he became president, $80 million. Book tours, books, whatever else he did. Cigar buying. Number 4, George W. Bush was worth $20 million. After he became president, he was worth $40 million. Barack Obama, number 3. Before he was president of the United States, he was worth $1.3 million. Afterwards, he jumped to $70 million after he was president of the United States. Jimmy Hammer, how you doing, buddy? Again, sorry for your loss, my friend. Look forward to seeing you Saturday at Doc's. Coming in at number 2, Joe Biden was worth $2 million. After presidency, he went up to $10 million plus. Out of all the presidents here, his was a plus after $10 million. And first time Donald Trump was president, he was worth $3 billion before he was president for the first time. After his presidency, he went to $2.5 billion. So President Donald Trump, the first time he was president, he was the only one who lost money compared to all the other presidents. Don't kill the messenger. Woo! You know, people, you got to get a little ruffle the feathers when it comes to him. Illinois policy, Chicago Public Schools will stay open on May 1st in a crushing defeat for the Chicago Teachers Union. Well, I'm glad the teachers are going to do the right thing and get their raises. I mean, some of those teachers out there, Isabella Drake, there's a lot of them out there that do a great job taking care of the kids, doing what they're supposed to do, teach the future to the kids to help them along the way. But then you got those crackpots that we talked about when they start getting into their own personal agenda, teaching the kids, and then they're not only teaching, but they're sleeping with half of them. I mean, last 2 weeks alone, we talked about stories with teachers. One student was banging 2 teachers. But this is a victory for the for the Chicago Teachers Union. Give these teachers, they're working hard at what they deserve. The subject of millions of dollars in and bullshit makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, I know. Billions of dollars. Don't you wish, Boyd, that we could have just a few? Just not even $1 million. Could we just wish we had just a little piece? I don't know. Billions of dollars. It does, because it makes you wonder where all that money comes from sometimes. And you know what? We all know that. I don't know. Probably every president did. Probably every CEO did. Probably everybody when they got the inside on the stock trades. We don't get those. Not the everyday mom and dad, ma, pa, regular guys, gals out there. We don't get those little extra tips. Back in the day, you might have got a tip from one of the horse races. One of your guy that you knew was a bookie, his father was a bookie. Hey, bet on, Ellie Weinhardt. I don't know if Ellie's watching today. Great, beautiful lady, great entertainer, actress. She posted this on her page, stuff that's going on in the city of Chicago. Let's see. Every Wednesday, you can get in free at the Field Museum. I love the Field Museum. The Adler Planetarium. On the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and 29th. On the Chicago History Museum, the 1st, the 22nd, and 30th. The Museum of the Art Museum, Thursdays from 5 to 9 p.m. Every Wednesday, you can go to the Black History Month Museum and get in for free on Wednesdays. The Museum of Science and Industries on the 19th of the month. The Shed Aquarium, the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. And the Art Institute, you can get in for free on the 16th. Pretty cool. Great places to go and visit. Make a day out of it. Enjoy. Go out. Have some fun. All right, folks, it's come to the end of the hour. And we want to thank you all for watching the show again today. Tomorrow, Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino. Friday, Kim Peterson Few will be my guest. And don't forget, this week we'll be at Positano's tomorrow in Oak Brook with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, Doc's in Wakanda. 8 o'clock hit and Heroes West in Lamont with Ocean's Rat Pack on Sunday. We're giving away 2 tickets tomorrow if you can guess the trivia questions to Heroes West. Other shows coming up next Wednesday on the 29th will be at Rosario's. On the 30th of April, returning to Village Pub, North Riverside. May 2nd will be in St. Germain, Wisconsin, Martini May. On the 9th, we'll be in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, the Cove in Lake Geneva with Oceans Rat Pack. On the 14th of May, we'll be at Zia Social. Great restaurant, great food. We're going in there for the first time. We're going to be in the city of Chicago with Oceans Rat Pack on May 20th at the Carnival Speakeasy Alley upstairs on Fulton Market. Bill Marovitz and his crew do an incredible job. Oceans Rat Pack going there for the 4th year in a row. And then returning to Johnny Cabs in Burridge on May 30th with Jumpin' Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Birthdays for Wednesday, April 22nd. Roseanne Barr, 73 years old. Rowdy Roddy Piper would be celebrating a birthday for you wrestling fans. Chrissy Hine of the Pretenders, 74 years old. Paul Rogers from Free and Bad Company, 76 years old. One of the great voices in rock. Graham Nash, formerly of the Hollies and Crosby, Stills and Nash, 84 years old. Randy Bachman, formerly of the Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive, 82 years old. Barbara Eden, better known as Jeannie, 94 years old. Eric Roberts, great actor. They cut my thumb, Charlie, 80 years old. Ann Wilson from the rock band Heart turned 75 years old. From the band Styx and Damn Yankees, Tommy Shaw, Chicago boy, turned 72. Great actor James Woods, 78 years old. Jerry Jams, to your lovely mom, 92 years old. This week, we celebrated 2 moms' birthdays from the Main Event Band and from the Tony Ocean Party, of course, Double T Tony Toto's mom this past week, and Jumpin' Jerry Jams' mom, who was in Florida, enjoying herself at the age of 92 years old. Michael Sabello, to the maniac, celebrating a birthday. Don Kirshner, music producer, Monkees, and more. Jennifer Garner, actress, 54 years old. Kourtney Kardashian turns 46 years old. And Conan O'Brien, 62 years old. Well, folks, it's come to the end of the hour. I want to thank you all for watching and enjoying. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this hour. And now what you need to do is get out to your JRC Ace Hardware and enjoy, folks, because coming up April 24th to 26th, clear your schedule for the week of April 24th to the 26th. JRC Ace Hardware stores are having a 3-day flash deal you won't want to miss. For 72 hours only, buy 1 bag of Scotch Turf Builder Weed and feed and get the other one absolutely free. Plus, they have exclusive doorbuster savings on Eagle Power Equipment. It's a 3 days of their deepest discounts of the year. Friday, April 24th to April 26th. And don't forget to tell them to grill your ace off. Get yourself a grill when you're out there. Go to acehardware.com and find out more information. Thanks to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Folks, remember, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, be kind to one another. And if you're offended with anything you hear on this show, don't be offended. And if you are, it doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean we're right either. But thank God we can still think and say what we want to think. We still have beliefs and we can share them. Obviously, we all don't believe in the same thing, but we still have the freedom to do it. So thank God for that. And guys, Ringo Starr says, peace and love. Peace and love. That's all that matters to your family and friends. And thank you for watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. We'll be back tomorrow, Toxic Thursday, with Carol Brandolino. Have a great day, everybody. Peace. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, go and take us out. Bye-bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. And God bless America. Have a great day. Peace.